Hey everyone, hope everyone's having a good day, and welcome to the Forum Recap. I'll be covering the week of November 24th to the 30th, and we have a couple of updates, a MIP, and a few discussions, but keep in mind that what you see here isn't everything that's happened on the forum. There's more. For this video section, I'm just trying to cover the most critical or the most controversial topics. But without further ado, let's begin with our announcements. Starting with the Protocol Engineering Core Unit and StarkNet that announced that they are moving the mainnet deployments for the following two executives, which would be the executive of this week, November 30th, which is moved to tomorrow, Friday, December 2nd, and also the following executive, which was supposed to be on December 7th. It's being moved to Friday, December 9th. Now, both executive votes for this and the following week will take place on Friday rather than the regular Wednesday. And this is to just ensure that these final executive votes for the year of 2022 can be safely deployed. And after that, it is holiday season. Next up, we're all pleased to announce that Retro has been selected to serve as interim facilitator of the Collateral Engineering Services Core Unit. And he happily accepts this position and states that he will focus on the following immediate actions, which are to re-enable and stabilize CES resources and its contributors, to obtain a clear understanding of work requirements, timeline, and their deliverables, as well as to begin planning for the future state of CES resources, and to define the interim facilitator timeline itself. And finally, to reconfigure the CES multisegs, which I believe he has already done to a degree and included into the thread as a post reply. But yeah, congratulations, Retro, and hopefully everything works out. Next up, we have a quick announcement by David, stating that the Ren BTC A vault type is being offboarded. An executive vote on Friday, December 9th or later will trigger the final parameter adjustments to complete the offboarding process. And now moving on to our MIP proposal by Long for Wisdom, which contains a series of amendments addressing two primary issues with the current interim facilitator process. And we've just seen this happen, so this is very timely. And the two primary issues that Long addresses is one, a lack of timely resolution, because the fallback process that kicks in when the initial process fails takes at least 1 week. And that 1 week gives us enough time for any potential major issues to arise. And the second primary issue is the lack of flexibility. So governance facilitators are not currently able to modify processes under atypical circumstances, and that reduces the flexibility of what governance facilitators can do during the interim facilitator process. There's of course a lot more in this MIP, so check it out. But moving on to our discussion sections now. First up, another one by Long, who presents in this post a voting system that combines positional voting with the approval voting system that's currently in place in our governance, and so that individual voters can express their preferences more accurately. And the system can be used to identify work priorities, as well as in the end game to prioritize work on the scopes within DVC and within MakerDAOs. And with the system, GovAlpha hopes to promote consensus building and to reduce polarization in governance. And our final discussion by Hexanaut, which calls for basically like an overall discussion talk on existential exposure. And he asks, when does a bad asset exposure become existentially bad, and how would we mitigate it? And he does present his own opinions and thoughts on this question, as well as the discussion kept going on in the thread. So It's pretty interesting. I definitely recommend checking it out. And with that, that's it from me, at least for the forum recap. We do have some more forum posts on the Forum at a Glance thread, such as more updates, more discussions, initiatives going on, proposals, and if you want to check out this video recording, it's also available on our Forum Recap YouTube playlist, which is in the official MakerDAO YouTube channel. But with that, thank you and take care.